Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let me know if you can see me and hear me and how you're doing. We're still having a bit of a hot spell here in the Bay Area of California. How is your weather going? I think if you live in the West, you're pretty hot because there's been a heat wave going. Okay, so I'm just going to spotlight this one. There we go. And then make sure I'm good everywhere. Hi, Heather. Thank you so much. And should be good over here too. So I can't believe it is the last week in July, which also means it's the last week for bonus days. So Stampin' Up! Bonus days are you get a $5 coupon for every $50 that you spend during July, and you get to use the coupon in August. And I have a teaser for you. There is going to be a kit sale in August, 30% off kits. So you want to get those coupons so you can use them on your kits and discount those kits even further. So lots of great things happening, and don't want you to miss out. I am also shooting for my goal to get to Mexico. Honestly, my sales are down this month. So anything you could do to help out, if all of my followers just placed a $10 order, I would more than make the trip. So every little order helps. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys so much. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to make sure that this is working. So I'll refresh this. Hey, okay, let's see if I say it right. Ann. I think that's how you say it. So thank you for joining me today. And there we go. Okay. All right, so I think we're good and we're going. So I like to start off with a raffle prize every time. And I like to give out fun things for saying hi, commenting, and sharing the video. So last week, the prize was the elegant faceted gems. So we've got some clear pink and white gems, kind of hard to see with all the bright light. There we go. That's better. So really pretty. The winner is Sherry did I write Holder or Holden? Papon? I don't know if I said that right, but Sherry, congratulations. Send me your address and I would love to send your gift to you. So this week's gift is really fun. It goes along with what I'm talking about today. It's the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. I'm going to be showing you lots of fun ways to use these masks. So I thought it would be a fun gift to give away this week. So make sure you say hi and get in the raffle to win. All right. Hello, Christine. Oh, good. I said it right. Let's see. Okay, so now I need to go back over here and I need to switch and gallery. And okay, so I'm sorry, I need to grab my phone down. Okay, got it. And do that again. Come over here. Nope. Back here and start video. And there we go. Okay, but I need to zoom again. So I'm going to have to figure that out because I just want a clean video. But then if I turn off the video, I have to start it all over again and realign it. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to switch over and let me get the product ready that we're going to use today. So we're going to do Bold Bouquet. So more flowers, love flowers. Just getting this set up. There we go. And the dies are over at my die cutting. So I'll grab those in a bit. But really, really fun images. And then there are dies to cut out all the images. And then there are these nice bold sentiments in the stamp set too. So lots of fun things that you can do, but I thought I would take it a step further and show you some masking. So the catalog has 2 sets of masks right now. One is the artistic mix decorative masks, and you have one mask that just has these 2 pieces right here. I saved those pieces, don't throw them away, because you could use those to create a negative mask. So I can show you what that is. And then you have these flowers, and you have this quatrefoil, and these squares, these large squares. And then the last one in that group we're going to be using, so I have it over here, I've got my washi tape on it ready to go. And this is like a plaid, wouldn't you say? Okay, so the next one is the 4 square decorative masks. So we have 4 designs in this set. And the first one are these random squares. A little bit hard to see since this is white. So random squares. And then we have this one, which I have blue all over because I was using it and I didn't clean it yet. And then this one's really nice, nice pattern. And then I love this one. This is definitely my favorite. I think it's really nice. Do you guys have any favorites out of the masks? Which is your favorite? Okay, so I'm going to start with some pastels, and I'm going to do a partial masking. So you can see it's very faint and it's just in one area. And this is really simple and easy, but it's really effective. So I'm going to just grab, this is Lost Lagoon, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to get some scrap paper. You'll want scrap paper because this can get kind of messy. So here's my scrap paper. And you might want to, let's see, tack it down just a little bit. So just like a little tiny piece, or if you have temporary adhesive, that would work well. And I just use my finger on it to make it less tacky. Okay. And then I used this template. So you can line it up, but it's also good to tape it down. So I use the many, many rolls of washi tape that I have accumulated over the years. Washi tape is really good for these masks. So I'm just going to put 1 in each corner. And then I have Lost Lagoon ink. So I'm just doing Lost Lagoon on Lost Lagoon. And then let's see, that's Balmy Blue. And this is my Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to get a little bit of ink because it looks like I already have a whole bunch there. And usually I like start off the paper when I'm doing blending. But since it's going to be hiding, pull that back over here, it's going to be hiding behind the sentiment. I'm just going to start right in the middle where it would be hiding. And I'm just going to kind of softly, I started in the middle, and then I'm going to softly move out to the other areas. Okay. And so that's it. And you'll get, whoa, that's very partial. Good thing I taped everything in place. Okay, let's get a little bit more. So that way you can go back and add some more if need be. Okay, so I didn't ink the whole thing. I just inked the partial. So let's see how, okay, that's better. So that's it. Just a partial masking, and you get this lovely design here. And then to finish the card, I've already stamped and cut out all the leaves and flowers and everything, just to make everything go quickly. And then I just have to stamp the sentiment. This is such a nice sentiment. Thinking of you. Let's see, right here. Nice. Okay. And then we will use the adhesive for real this time. Okay. And then everything, of course, is on dimensionals. So I have mini dimensionals, regular dimensionals. So I'm just gonna do maybe 2 in the middle. And I'm just gonna, this one I'm gonna do over here because it looks like I concentrated the ink. Maybe I flipped it when I put it on. So this one's gonna go over here to this side. And then I'm gonna add, this is Petal Pink and Soft Sea Foam. So the Petal Pink one will go in the middle, and then these two are Fresh Freesia. And I think I'm gonna do the mini dimensionals for those because there's not a lot of room on the sides. And I'm gonna actually stick them here on the tag so that you can, so they'll be easier to place. So there's one, and then here's the other one. Okay. And then all of these lovely leaves. So I've already got one ready. I was kind of too fast on that one. So I can put that one there and then have some over here. So go put this one down here. So you can place the leaves like wherever you want, or you could trim them off, or anything you want. And I'm going to try to use an odd number of leaves. Use this little baby one. Okay. So let's see. It should be spotlighted, but it looks like it's showing both me and my hands. Okay. So let me change that. Yes, it's Soft Sea Foam is the card base. And if I go to zoom, I think on this one I put spotlight. So this one I'll just say, what do I say? I'll just stop video. Okay, there we go. Now we're big. And then I come back here. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now I'm going to add this little baby one. Probably just like over here. And then put this one over here. So each one's going to be different, but there is a partial masking, and that looks super, super pretty. I want to show you another trick when you're masking. So I'm going to bring this over again, and I see some stickiness right there, so I'm just going to use it. And which one did I use? I think I used this one. Okay, so these white ones are thicker. They're nice and thick. So these are the X's, calling it the X one. So I think I want to put it like here. That looks good. And again, I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. I'm going to really work it in there. I think I need more ink. I don't think it's showing. Let's get a good amount of ink there. And again, because it's a mask, I don't really need to brush off that much. There we go. Now I can see it. So we're just going to ink all these X's up. And then okay, I think I got them all. Oops, I should tape that down. Okay, so pretty much got them all. And now what's really fun about this mask is, let's see if I can find where it was. Okay, it was there, kind of, yeah, is you can shift it over like this. Okay, I think that's shifted. You can get some more ink. Okay. That looks good. And then you're going to ink it again. Switch. Okay. Let's see, I think I got all of them. And then voila! Isn't that cool? So you can have lots and lots of X's. Okay. So that's another way. Or the second time you could use a second color. So you could get two colors like this. Cool, huh? So that's another thing that you can do. So we did partial. I would call this double because you did it, you inked it twice. Okay, now I should clean. Clean. So I'm getting the blue everywhere. So I just use a baby wipe and just wipe it off. But you can take it to the sink and rinse it off. And if you need to use a little soap, you could use a little soap. They're really easy to clean. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right. Now I'm going to do a little trick with, let's see, not this one. Oh, okay. So another thing that you can do is you can use dyes to create your own mask. So this is the gorgeous, I'm gonna have to look it up. This is two background dyes together. You could do it with the two-tone flora dye, would be really cool as well. Yes, gorgeous garden dyes. And so there's a leaf dye, and then there's this flower dye right here. And so you can use this to ink up as well. And so since the dye is a positive, you'll be inking the negative. Hopefully that makes sense. And so what I think is cool is if you used a colored, like Lost Lagoon. So let's try Lost Lagoon. And just place this right here again. And then this one right here. And because this is not plastic and this is just cardstock, I'm going to be super careful not to tear anything. So I'm going to use a craft white ink pad and a white, my white blending brush. And I'm going to ink the negative so that the positive of the background comes out. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So I'm just going to really softly start adding the white, and I'm not going to be able to do circles everywhere, but I will try my best. And I'll do small circles so they don't tear any leaves or move any leaves off. If you wanted to do like a one-time use mask, you could apply maybe some kind of sticky light tackiness on the back of it so that it'll stay in place better. The masking, that's what would work best, is those masking templates. Because I did that before with the candy cane die that we had in the last holiday catalog. And that was super fun to make masks out of. So this is just kind of a rough, I would go over it again with more white, but just want to show you how pretty that looks. Not pretty, nice and soft. And the green is the positive because you inked the negative white. So very cool. You could do it also in dark. Let's see what that looks like. But I think it looks better in the white. But let's check it out. Let's compare and see what we think. So let's do Lost Lagoon. And again, I'm just going to do small circles very lightly because this is pretty delicate. So I'm not going to be able, unless I go over and over and over it, not going to be able to get a really dark background. But I think that looks pretty too if you just have like a really soft background, soft and pretty. So sometimes you'll just have to pat, pat. Just do little circles. So this will be kind of faint, but we'll see what it looks like. It looks like nothing because I hardly did any ink. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, nothing. Oh, it's because the white is coming off. Okay, so I think you'd have to do a separate template because the white is coming off. And well, I can kind of see a little bit there. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if I can show you. But it's kind of the white. You see all the white on there? So you would need a different mask than the white one to do it, but it would look cool. Okay, so then here's a really fun idea. You can also use any masks with the embossing paste. So we have the shimmery white embossing paste and the regular embossing paste. You can color the embossing paste whatever color you want. But just for fun, let's go ahead and bring this one back. And we're going to do this one. I'm going to tack this down for sure. Neat. Okay, we're going to try this one again. It'll be interesting. And we're going to tape it down for sure when you're using embossing paste. And what's nice about the paper ones is you can just throw them away because the embossing paste is a teeny weeny bit messy. Have you guys used the embossing paste? A little bit messy, but really cool results. So here is one that I made with the other template, and it's pretty, but it's difficult to see that the negative image parts are flowers. So I don't think this one was as successful. I'm going to try it again. I'll try it on a darker color cardstock, like a Highland Heather or something. So maybe we'll have time to do that with the shimmery. But this one, I'm just going to do straight white embossing paste. And you see, I have this crinkly stuff on here. This is so it stays wet. And I actually opened it the other day and it was like totally dry. So all I did was I added some water to it and I mixed it up. And now it has the consistency that it needs, that frosting consistency. Let me grab my palette knives. I really like this nice wide one. It's my favorite one, but you see how nice and smooth, or I don't know, it's like frosting. And this is like frosting a cake. Okay, so I don't want to start with too much here. Just let's start in this corner, just a little bit. And you're just going to go, looks kind of shimmery, but it's not shimmery. It's just, okay. So we're just going to start here. And it's just like you're filling in all the negative spots, like you're frosting a cake. That's what it feels like to me. And so it's really fun. But if you are using any plastic templates and these palette knives, you need to clean them right away. It's just easier. And you want it to all be smooth. So I'm just trying to build and then smooth and then keep it like all the same height. Cool, huh? Yeah, Heather, you should try it. The results are so cool. And the same thing with the embossing paste. You could do like a partial where you just do part of it. I remember doing that with a brick one time. Somehow I did a partial with the brick. I don't remember which one or how I did that. But I think that would look really cool to do like a partial brick one. So just any die that you have that's like a large pattern, large pattern die like this is going to work really well. And I suggest you make the cardstock larger than needed for the card. So that way you can trim off the edges. The edges are a little bit more difficult to make look good. So after you get the bulk of your embossing paste on, you're going to want to just go back and lightly smooth it out. And definitely, this takes a little bit of time, but I think it's really worth it. So just a little bit more in this corner here, and then I can go back and smooth that out without making any divots in other ones, hopefully. But yeah, this is going to take a while to dry since I added water to it. So I would definitely leave it overnight for sure. Okay. So I like it smooth, but you know, it doesn't have to be smooth. It can be lumpy and bumpy. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the rest of this off really well. And then you want to clean this off pretty quickly. So since I've got a wipe here, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it off. Otherwise, it's harder to get off. Okay, and then this is that saran wrap, cling wrap. That's what it is, cling wrap. So I put the cling wrap on there to keep it wet. Ooh, and then I try and tighten it as much as possible. Okay, now for the fun part, the reveal. So let me pull up the washi tape, and then we're gonna carefully pull this away and see what we have. So some of them don't want to come up, but we will coax them too. There we go. Oh, and since I'm using paper, it might rip. It just ripped, but it's okay. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, and so like I said, you'll want to trim the edges. And if you're super picky, you can go back in here and like try and touch things up. But I think it's kind of nice to have, you know, some unevenness, and because it's a paste, right? Okay, so that's something else you can do. So let's try this one again. But this time I'm going to use a darker paper. Let's even go for a really dark paper. Let's do Gorgeous Grape. So we got some Gorgeous Grape. And we're going to do the shimmery embossing paste. So this is the shimmery. So I'm going to use that again. And then I need to cut a Gorgeous Grape. I'm sorry, another gorgeous die. Gorgeously made. No, not gorgeously made. There's so many gorgeous ones. Okay, so I need that and I need that. Okay, so here's the gorgeous dies. So there's two of them. That's the leaf one that I just used. And then this is the flower one. So we're gonna make a template out of the flower one. So I just use some cardstock. You want to use some thick cardstock to cut out the template. So I'm going to grab my big boss. That's what I call it. The big boss and the mini boss. But for this one, I need the big boss because it's wider than 3.5 inches. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab a piece of cardstock and I'm gonna cut it down to 5.5 by 7. Okay. And so that'll fit on here nicely. So that's 5.5 by 7. And I can even tilt it a tiny, tiny bit. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. So this is how you make your own masks with your dies. And then we'll just run this through. Might run it back and forth since this is the detailed one. Make sure that all gets cut really well. So let's see if it got cut. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I get to pop all of these out. Let's see if I can just pop this out and leave the rest in the die so that I can clean the die later. Have you guys tried using these dies yet? They're so pretty. Make great backgrounds too, just on their own. Okay, so here's an extra piece. There's a couple there. And here's one right here. And then here's a couple here. So just take out all these little pieces so you can get all the details of the flowers. Let's see here, these two and these two, and this one is, I think I might leave that one. Oh, there's more right here. Okay, there's a couple more right here. Okay, like I said, since this is embossing paste, we're only going to use this once so that we can throw it away. It would be quite difficult to use it again. So I'm just going to set this aside and I'll clean that later. And now I have my flower template. So I'm going to grab another piece of scrap paper since that other one is holding that, letting it dry. And I'm going to tack down my grape, just a little bit of adhesive. Okay. And then put this on top, center it as best you can. And then we'll tape it down with some washi tape. We'll just put these in the 4 corners this time. Okay, now we're going to do the shimmery embossing paste. So that says embossing paste, and this is shimmery. I wonder if I mixed them up. No, this is the shimmery. Okay, so this one, see the stuff up there is pretty dry. So I try to always put all the paste back on the bottom with the its other pasty friends. Uh-oh, now I'm seeing all of these pieces in here that I missed. So let me try to get them up with my scissors. Oh boy. Now I see this one. Okay, that one was easy. And this one. Okay. And this is the one that I wasn't sure if it would come out. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So again, I'm just going to start in a corner. I'm going to start frosting my card. and do it as thick or as thin as you want. I like it to be kind of on the thin side, I would say. Okay, let's get some more. I used to decorate cakes. I did a lot for my boys' birthdays. And then sadly enough, by the time my daughter came, I was very tired of doing cakes. So I hired my friend to make them. Isn't that sad? Sorry, kids that are, yep, third or fourth kids. But hey, you get more experienced parents who are more relaxed, right? So there are benefits to being the third or fourth child. Okay. And then in this corner, this one spreads really nicely. It's probably because I didn't have to put any water in it. Okay, this one I want to be smooth as possible. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. Okay. This one's already kind of drying a little bit, I can tell. Just gonna fill in a couple more spots. There you go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna clean that off. There's not much left on it anyway. But like I said, you wanna try to clean things as soon as possible. Okay, and then you definitely wanna cover this up when you're done with the cling wrap. And get that on there pretty tight so it doesn't dry out. All right, here we go. Oh, cool. Okay. I think that worked better using a darker color. Oh, but I tore a little bit. So let me see if I can use my tweezers to get this part up. And then there's this little piece right here. Yep. So it looks like some things moved a little bit, but I still think it turned out pretty nicely. Is that paper? I feel like this is paper. Yeah. What do you guys think? Thanks, Heather. Not pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry overnight. You're definitely gonna wanna let it dry overnight. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the cards for my class this week. So this one, I did like an ombre on white, and then I put the template on top and colored in the template. So you kind of have this ombre look going. And then this one is where I did the white on the green, like I showed you. And then I should put this one in the middle. This one is just laying the mask on and inking it up. So just go for it. Very, very plain, but this is my favorite one. Don't you think it looks nice? I think it looks really nice. So these are the cards in my card class and card kit this week. So to get the card kit, you can purchase it for $30 plus $5 shipping, or you can purchase the bundle and get it for just $5 shipping, or you can place an order using my host code and get it for just $5 shipping. So 3 ways that you can get this card kit. All right, so those are my masking tips. So let me go back here and go to Zoom. And then I need to start video. There we go. And then I need to replace Spotlight. There we go. Let's go back here so I can answer any questions that you might have on masking and fix my hair. Let me know if you have any other questions, or if you have any other ways that you use masks. I would love to see it. Tomorrow I have my share a card Wednesday post, so you could share it in that post, or you're welcome to just post it on my Facebook page or in my Facebook group, and share with everyone so we can see your creations as well. So I hope you learned something and you enjoyed watching and learning more about masks. Don't forget to share and ask any questions later. I always check later and try to answer all the questions. And then you can win a set of the masks. I think this is a set of 5. Yeah, a set of 5 masks. And then you can have fun creating your own mask cards. So next week, I can't believe it, it's going to be August 1st. And I'm going to be using a set that carried over from last year from the annual catalog that I didn't get a chance to use, but that I really love. It's the Sending Smiles bundle with the lovely flower and all the lovely sentiments, and then the lovely dies, the layered dies that says sending with the other dies. So I'm very excited to play with that and show you what I come up with. And then I will be visiting my parents down in Southern California and picking up our foreign exchange student. So very exciting upcoming week. And I hope you guys have a great week. And again, I'm working on my goal of making it to Mexico. I only have August and September left, so I would appreciate any order you could make. They all make a difference. And thank you guys so much. I will see you all next week for some fun with Sending Smiles.